How's everyone doing today? Kazoki and will join here in a second.
Hello?
One of
Hello
them.
there. Hello, everyone. Hello.
I haven't full screened the thing.
And there he is.
There he is. You want to do the introduction or sure? Well, actually, for
Sure,
Twist.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, for Twist. You do it for once.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the What was it? Larry, which number was it?
27.
27th. Alright, 27th BattleBit Dev stream. Today we will be talking about what happened in 2 weeks, what's happening in next week's, and there we go. I think that's great introduction so far, Larry.
Very great.
All good.
Let me quickly put it aside. Hey everyone, welcome to the Devcast. It's been a while, 2 weeks on our side already. As everyone probably has noticed, there's still no update, but we'll touch on it later in this I was about to say podcast, in this Devcast. But so far, glad to have all of you around still. Yeah, okay, take the stage. Show us what you got.
So, I know you guys have been waiting for an update, and I definitely understand that because we have been saying we're gonna be releasing around this time, and yeah, we do have some news about that. Won't go too much bubbly, too much word on it. Just very much summarize exactly what's happening. Just get to the point. What's happening in the update? So, the thing is, we wanted a lot of features for this update because the thing is, we really wanted this update to be big and refreshing. The goal is, when we make this update, there's a lot of the game feels refreshing. It feels something new. That was pretty much the update. That was pretty much the goal of it. And the thing is, we realized that there's so many features and we are running out of time. And then we decided to, okay, you know what, let's take some of the features and put them onto the next update and release it between mid to end of April, which is around this time. This was the initial plan. So, and we're doing all this, what you call the planning and everything. We considered a bit more that, okay, thinking, are we doing a mistake by doing this? And then we realized that, this will be actually a big mistake. Because the thing is, we will be getting a lot of new players, the BattleBit. This is because it's a very big, impactful update. We're going to get a lot of new eyes on the BattleBit. And plus, we're getting a lot of new, old players who stopped playing the game. And the thing is, if we don't touch the things, like the properly get the things that is affecting our player retention, the things that the players are most complaining about, if we don't get them properly implemented and fixed in that thing, the entire thing will be a waste, possibly a waste, pretty much. So the thing is, we want to take a bit more time on getting the things that are affecting the player retention. Test them properly, get them right, and then actually, release this update, where a lot of new players are getting eyes on the game, and then when we have them, it's also we stick them to the game. Because the problem right now BattleBit is facing is, there's a lot of people coming and seeing the game, yet they don't stick playing it. And that's our biggest problem. In this update, we're gonna get so much new eyes, and while this probably we won't be able to get this later on, we're gonna be really trying to get impactful, and while we have it, we have to get the player retention really right, at least in a stage where the game is in healthy player numbers. And the problem is, if we don't do this right now, and then if we implement all these things after the update, it will be too late, because people just play it once and then realize, okay, this is not for me. The game doesn't feel like I can understand what's happening, and they will leave. And at that point, that will be too late. So, yes, it's going to take a bit more longer time, but at the same time, this is for long term, and I do believe that you guys can understand the perspective here. We're trying to make it that the new incoming players, at least they can adapt to the game, get the game to that stage, and release it. Right now, we're at half. It's not bad, but it's not at the same time properly done. For example, footsteps and the landing. For example, we realize that there's ways to make the footsteps even better. And we sent them to the studio, and they haven't completely finished it yet, because we had to told them like 3 weeks ago, and then they are reworking some of the footsteps to make it sound like that. We haven't done the the feeling of getting shot when you shoot at people, for example. It didn't get updated. Right now, getting shot in BattleBit sadly sucks. It doesn't feel like you're getting shot. The health HP, it doesn't really indicate how much HP you do have. It's like the blood screen is not very well done. It's just there's so many things there and here. It doesn't write correctly. That's why the players are unable to understand. Most players, by the way, most casuals, most of who plays this game way too casually, they they can't understand what's happening around the game. That's why they are leaving, Sally. So we have to get these things pretty much well tested and well done before we go and get a lot of audience to the game. That's pretty much the summary. We put so much features in the game. Some of them were not required yet. For example, also, which we couldn't have the time, the player profile. Like, for example, when you hold tab and I click on the player's profile, you would have a screen. Look at my screen for a second. Imagine you have the open scoreboard, right? You have the scoreboard right there, and then you have players, right? Okay, you click on one of the players, and what happens is, the moment you click on it, you have a full stats here, like KD, blah, 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 achievements, blah, 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 kill death ratio, vehicles, blah, blah, blah. So, like, a full profile, right? Why? Because the thing is, right now, if you want to showcase your profile, you have to go, take a screenshot, and put it on Discord. It's embarrassing, bad. Like, that's how you actually can share your stats with someone. There is no way to see someone else's stats in the game. This is something we have to fix it. Yes, and we want to try to get this thing to the current update. Yeah, the thing is, this is not going to improve our player retention yet. It's just a good feature we have to edit, so we're going to put this in the next update. For example, stuff like that. For example, we have other one, which we have to get to this update, which is frag grenade indicators. So the problem with the frag grenades are, when you throw a frag grenade, yes, it does make sense. By the way, explosion sounds are not implemented. Don't worry about that. You won't hear anything right now. No more about that. So the thing is, when you throw a frag grenade, yeah, don't worry. I know it looks weird. Sounds weird. Sorry.
There's no sound.
Yeah. The thing is about the frag grenades are, they are too silent. Like, people don't realize there's actually frag grenades around them, because imagine Rocky Sun Bridge. What happens? 20 people versus 20 people, or 30, whatever. It's like chaos. Okay, you throw a frag grenade, and the thing is, despite the frag grenades normally do create like a sound when you like when it lands to the ground, in that chaos nobody can realize what's happening, and it generally ends up the frag ends up being spammed, and nobody realizes what's happening around them, and that's a clusterfuck. And that's the reason why actually most games actually implement something like a frag grenade indicator around the player, because that way at least, even if they can't see it, with if they can't even hear it during that chaos, they can visually see it and avoid it. Like, those things has to be done. Other things is, the really fast example of it, airdrones. We intentionally coded that you can put personal mines on the the airdrone. The thing is, normally the drones don't have the capability. There's no way to actually put mines on it. I had to code it intentionally to make that the thing. The problem is, the problem with that thing is, people take the drone, put mines on it, and go to the Rocky Summit or other places, and they get tons of kills, and they can do this consistently. The problem is, even we added an annoying sound to the player. Most players are not aware around them, like they don't realize that sound in that chaos. So we have to also give them something like a visual indicator. Hey, drone is about to come next to you. I don't know. Look around. Shoot at it. Move. Don't stand there. But other way, they don't even realize what's happening. And I have seen people asking, "How did I die?" And is there mortars in this game? Because they don't make a connection between that air drone versus an explosion, and that makes them feel like, okay, what just happened? There's a sudden random explosion between a group of us. 10 people died, and then what just happened? Is it a hacker? Is there mortars in this game? Like, pretty much, like, these things has to be get right before we go to a big impactful update again. Again, there's a lot of other things. I'm not going to go much more detail. I was just trying to give some examples to get this, to get this bit more clear. What are we working on? I mean, what's the goal on this thing? So the scopes. The last week we were working on what do you call? We were working on the gadgets. Which is the gadgets are exactly same as before. Just I have to work on this animation system. So for example, this is the RPG 7 tandem version of it. New running animation, which is not the basic your days, and you have same the thing, which is the scope for it. So the scopes. This is the stuff we have been working on next 2 weeks. So the first thing is actually I aimed already once. You already seen it once. So there is one thing I try to make it work on this thing, which is, in the BattleBit, when you look right left, your weapon also moves right left. It's not like fixed, right? And the great thing about this thing is, what do you call? When this is a thing, it's easier to look from here to here because like you have to move your mouse less to do that. Okay, so the idea was, okay, how can we do that also with the scopes? Similar. So the idea is the scope is moving like this, making you point to things much faster. Yet, what do you call? You can still very accurate to shoot. Actually, I want to show other scopes as well. This is the 3-4x-32, and there's the Prisma. And that's how they are looking. I realized that we have also Echo. By the way, this is how it looks. So, yes, there's definitely some visual recall on it, but that doesn't change anything. I can definitely hold on target and shoot at it. The goal there is it doesn't affect my shooting ability. It's just a visual thing, and the thing is we really try to be careful and try to not distract where you're looking at, unless the weapon is powerful. This weapon's like a DMR. Because it's a single tap fire, we do distract your vision a little bit, but it's a DMR. Come on, you shouldn't be able to spam it easily. Other than that, you may also realize some sound changes. We changed the sounds a little bit, and M4 may sound actually a bit more like the classic M4. And here they are. Let me actually show other scopes as well. So, we haven't fully finished short range. The major units are almost done. For example, we have some problem with ACOG. We have to rework a little bit to make it run nicer. The FLIR also has been reworked again. It's not extremely different, but it's much more useful, I would say. Okay, than before. Let me go with let's see, 125. There you go. So the problem with the old FLIR is whenever the battery runs out of runs out of battery. The thing is, it was really hard to see where you were looking at, and that's no longer the case. So This is the FLIR right now. Larry, is this a new model? Or am I... this is the old model,
this is the old model, actually.
Yeah, you guys haven't sent me a new model yet. That's I implemented on the old model, which actually doesn't look bad, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway.
We will change it anyway.
So there's the 2 cubes, which imagine one of them is what do you call? One of them is the enemy, one of them is the friendly. Imagine that way. So the enemy one is actually like what do you call? And here we go. You have the standards. What do you call? FLIR. And if I press tab on it, this is how it looks like. So this is much clearer. You can technically use this as a normal sight. Like I don't need to maybe use a FLIR. I can just use it as a normal, scope. And yeah, it's up to you. And the nice thing about this, actually, this time you can change its color. We're gonna have a UI for this, which it will be on loadout screen. Again, that UI will take a little bit while, sadly, to create if you haven't been fully finished. But when it's done, you'll be able to change this color to anything you want. Which the default is green, but yeah, you can make it red if you want. Yeah, it's up to you at this point. I'm gonna keep that as green, which is the default. Yeah, this is the changes on the what do you call the FLIR. It's the same, it's just more useful when you run out of battery, because in old version, when you run out of battery, the scope looks really bad, so it's really hard. It was really hard to use the moment you run out of battery. Yeah, it's still the same hertz inside, which is laggy inside to make it somewhat not extreme OP, because you technically have something like where you can see people easily now, much easier than normal. So it has to have some downside on it. And that's the 125, M125, the scope.
That is the new one. That's for sure the new one.
Yes, this is the new one. Hold on, I'm not make sure to break it. Don't mind it. Yep.
Stream keeps stopping for me. I don't know what it is.
Is this good now?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, this is how it looks like right now. Alright, that's most... Oh, I'm actually flying. There you go. That's actually most of the things I can showcase. I mean, there's also other things, like we fixed some bugs on the audio that we had, but again, those were not released yet, so they are fixed before even that went to public, which is really nice. But as things that I can show right now, this is the most this time. Medium scopes are fully finished. Only in holographic is also finished. We're gonna do the other scopes as well. The short range holographic as well. So about the sun update, there's one thing actually. Well, this is loading. I want to talk about the footsteps. We want to get the landing sound really right. The thing is, I've seen so many clips that people are jumping behind other players and they don't realize there's actually someone behind them. And the thing is, when I'm playing other games, when I'm realizing it, or watch people playing it, I realize that somehow they have a sound that when someone jumps behind you and lands it, you directly know it, and you turn back instantly. And there's like a sound for it, and then I ask the sound, the studio, to get that stuff done. That's why they're taking their time as well. By the way, this is how the current oh, 1 second, my bad. That's not correct. 1 sec. We had to change model to make that look a bit better. 1 second.
Oh, the old model on it?
Yes, that was the old model. This is the modified version a little bit more. There you go. It's fully crispy. This is how it looks or feels when you fry. Of course, again, when you play in the game, when you see it in your screen, it's gonna feel much different than what I am seeing for myself. But yeah. have some actually glass there now. Actually, that. But yeah, that's all I can at least like showcase. If you guys are more wondering about like programming and stuff, I will go more in detail. But the scopes were the biggest update on this weekend. This week. Last week we were just re-implemented all the gadgets, which took a while. Yeah. That will be all from my side, Larry and Velasquez.
Yeah, shockingly.
I'm looking at the chat.
Yeah.
AM94 is not added yet. So yes, guys, it won't be this April. We really want to get that at least player retention well done and as well as well tested before we release this update to a big audience. Like really, the thing is, if we go right now and release it, yes, it will be nice. Yet, when we have a lot of new eyes on the updates, we can potentially lose them again because it's not fully done. They will still feel like the thing is, they will feel like they are not in control. The game feels too chaotic. So I think we really have to get that right and then release an update. That's what makes most sense. And we don't want to waste that potential. That's the reason. So
for the time being, we will not give any estimate, not any month, not any date. Once we start with the testing, we will look when we'll give a date. Probably some weeks after testing. But until then, from now on, no date anymore. It will be ready when it's ready. Even though it sucks to say that, and I would love to say something different. I would love to give you all a concrete date. In the end, there's like so many variables which we can influence, which we don't know how long they will take. So for the time being, we are sadly back to it's ready when it's ready, because it is our passion project, and we could have as it and probably push it out within, I don't know, the next 1 or 2 weeks. But there's no point in doing that. Like, we would rather take another X amount of time to really get the things we're doing right, that once they release, we don't have to go back and iterate them like over and over and over. We want to get it done correctly, and then it comes to the game.
Anyway, I definitely do understand that there's a lot of people have been waiting for this, and I definitely understand the frustration. But guys, we need time. We definitely need time to get those features at least implemented to the game, because they're essential to the new players, and we need new players to keep this game as well as you and internet, have fun, because without new players as well as this game will not able to survive. Thing is, BattleBit is really bad at right now getting new players to the game. That's the main problem right now we have. By the way, the thing is like, yes, we can do a seamless free weekend option. By the way, I'm done with showcasing, so we're more like right now just going questions and answers, but more like not Q&A exactly, just talking.
Actually. So, I have some progress on my end, but I won't show it off this week. I will probably give it on the next Devcast. How about we give the people the what we promised them last week, the short Devcast, but this time.
Just before we end, yes, we definitely gonna test this update. However, we're gonna do the testing with controlled way. We're gonna have 2 phases of it. We will do it we won't do it publicly first. We will go more internal talk about it, like plan what we could decide on. But here's what we want to see. There's 2 things we want to see in this thing. One, how it feels to someone who never played the BattleBit yet. How it feels to play BattleBit to someone who never played the BattleBit, because that's also the player retention. And as well as we want to see how it feels to play someone who played the game for a long time.
Yep. All right. Then that's my normal my normal closer here. Then thanks everyone for joining. It was a pleasure hosting all of you today again. Thanks Oki and Vale for joining in on this. Keeping up with this.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Number 27. Crazy to think that we're doing it. Once again, I wouldn't have expected to actually.
There is one more thing
good.
actually I wanted to indicate, which is we have not announced it. We're gonna get new service as well.
Okay.
Yes. So here's the one thing. Hold up, before you guys say the service are blah blah. The thing is, we have one of the already we get the best possible service when we release in the early access. Like the thing is, we had other options that were cheaper, and then we said okay, we choose the one that has the best network capacity and what do you call the peering at that time, and they worked great. The problem is they still have some peering issues, which peering issues pretty much means time to time some regions are having problem with our service. Like for example, when we released, we went to early access. Maybe some of you remember, we had packet losses all over the NA or some regions of Europe. That was all what do you call peering issues and routing issues, and it's still happening time to time. It's just much less frequent because there's less players. But I'm talking about packet loss. This is about like servers. I'm talking about actual like server connectivity stuff. We found a server provider that has really good peering all over the internet, and then they're heavily used. So we will try their server, and then it seems that they are used for most other games that you guys are playing like at AAA. They are used for AAA games. They are hosting this kind of stuff. So yeah, those are also something we are working on too.
Right. Then yeah, everyone, thanks for joining. Thanks for taking part in this. Yeah. Back again, Yoki and Bill. Thanks for. Damn, man. Do you have to really spam that now?
Sorry.
Thanks everyone for joining. It was a great pleasure having you. I may actually do a development stream on Thursday again, where we just do some modding together, some fun stuff. Otherwise, we'll see each other on the normal Fridays for the community game night. The last time this week, which was yesterday, we played. Was it? Yeah. Man, I'm getting lost today. Holy fuck. Yesterday we played hide and seek again. Super fun. For next week we'll think of something very cool again. Next week I may want to do like a little fun twist again. We can definitely look into what we can play together there. Yeah, apart from this, next Devcast is done in 2 weeks. And until then we'll probably do a bunch of posts again about what we did and didn't, and no, not what we didn't, what we did during these time. Then okay, bye bye everyone. See you around.